to be very careful what I was doing. Before I start, there's one thing that's been missing from this wedding. It's been every other family tradition. Which Jane has actually seen once before, because we've had a wedding recently in the family. And I thought I'd left the things at home. But I haven't. It's the family glasses. They've been on every wedding photograph. That's got to be the album now. They've been around for a very long time and they appear in all the group photographs where people think, isn't that a lovely, what's he doing? So they've been to, I thought I'd left them at home, but no, they're here. They're here today. Oh, dear me. Well, before I start, I just wanted to make an announcement really, before I start on the main speech. I've had a very busy week this week. This week's come at the wrong week, as some people around know. On Tuesday, I was invited to an audition on Deal or No Deal. I know you're impressed with that. And I had decided, I had made a decision about this, that if I got on and won the 250,000, I'd give everybody who came to the wedding £1,000. Unfortunately, I didn't get through the audition. So I'm afraid, no deal. I'm not going to meet Noel. I'm afraid I'm not going to meet him. So I got up with the main speech, and obviously it was difficult to do a speech because where to start and what you want to do. But I found a few things that and I thought Beaver's speech was pretty short, really. So I won't be long. No, it's not that serious. It might be a bit longer than that. Right, now I've got a few notes. Right, where shall we start? Got to start, as Pete did. Instead of welcoming Leth to the family, I'll welcome Jane to the McKnight family. I think we've known Jane like Pete's known Leth for the last 2 years or more. Part of our family already. Wonderful. Where do you like it, aren't we? Lovely. And of course the other important part of that is this little toddler here. Yes. Comes to our house, eats us out house and home.
Chocolate biscuits.
Chocolate biscuits. Chocolate biscuits.
Chocolate biscuits.
Yeah, he eats my favourite chocolate biscuits every time he comes. But no, it's a bit of use of us having a grandson. Well, it comes a bit of a shock, but there you go. But cracking lad, and most of you have met him today, the ones that didn't know, so we're really pleased with that. Obviously, all the families, as Pete did, and families have come from far and wide, as you'll have. Some of ours have come quite a long way today. People down from Essex, people from Wales and the Midlands, and one especially which we're particularly delighted about, from Spain. It's lovely to see Heather here. Come on, I do beg your pardon, it's Auntie Heather. And then of course, there's Beaver, who's obviously come from another planet. So before we get on to the other bits and bobs, a few stories obviously I can tell you about that, which you've only told us one.
If I told you the lady this whole hour.
We do know some of them.
Just one Sunday.
We do know some of them, but we don't talk about them. One serious thing, just before we start, I would like to raise your glasses. In our family recently, we had a member of the family die. Neil's mum. God, I'm getting all emotional here. Stop it.
Nothing wrong with
I'll
that.
go down to a funeral next week. So it struck me that not only Neil's mum But all the other absent friends.
Oh,
Absent
can't be
friends.
here.
yeah.
Absent friends.
Absent friends. Tell a joke quick.
Absent friends.
Don't say beaver again.
Say Beaver again. Say Jimmy instead. Come
Okay.
on, James.
Tell a joke. Say something. Make people laugh. I have a lovely lady wife here who's absolutely beautiful, as a lot of other people did today. And he's still sitting in a hat for something.
It is crap.
But see, you say that. She got up fairly early this morning, went and spent a lot of money and time in the hairdresser, and then put a bloody big hat on.
Crap hairdresser.
Sorry about swearing. I apologise. I get told off when I slip. I do apologise. So everybody's looking nice today, I must admit. And there were some very nice hats. And I say one's still in the room, and two still in the room. Yeah, very nice. Not quite sure about that myself, but very nice. Let me mention what a nice place Kirby Lonsdale is. And a nice place to get married, I think.
Here.
Lovely little place.
Here.
And I'm sure you've all been having a wander around, looking in the shops. There is a great view, if you want it in the morning where you haven't been, just past the church. It's called Ruskin's View. Just past the church, there's the most beautiful view down the river across the hills. It's fantastic. And the other thing I was going to mention about Kirby Lonsdale, you must go tomorrow morning into the cheese shop, just down the other end of the road, opposite the pub we were in the other night, because not only are there fantastic cheeses and chutneys, jams, there's a guy in there in the morning playing a piano. Yeah, seriously, yeah. If you've ever been in that shop, it's only very small. There will be a guy playing a piano in there while you're buying the cheeses. So it's worth going. And so I suppose being asked to speak, I was expected to tell a few tales about Lech, and I was sort of a bit concerned that was really Beaver's task in life. So I didn't put too much down, thinking he'd be speaking for about half an hour, but he hasn't done.
He said enough.
Well, I think Lech probably thinks he said enough as well. So, one or two things about that. I was talking about Nathan Eastman's house and home. Unfortunately, that also applies to this guy here. We have two children, as you well know, and one of them is really quite quiet. We don't hear her very much. She has her own fridge, her own freezer, and all that side of it, very, very quiet as well. The other child we have empties our fridge, helps himself to beer, borrows wine. No, it's for Jane, yes, for Jane. And, you know, changes the television channel over, puts his own music on, lounges down, treats it like a hotel, quite frankly. But I suppose that's what a home's been all about, isn't it? But the daughter is really very nice. That was in case you said something nasty about it, which you did. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about covered. So, when he was at school, there were several times we got phone calls about him. And maybe all of you as parents get this sort of thing. I suppose you do. But Elaine was the one, she was the phone number that they used to ring and say, you know, will you come to school? What's happening now? Well, half the time it was because he'd broken this, broken that, cut this, cut that, smashed the other, and he's in hospital. So we had that quite a number of times. I personally have never been to hospital in my life, and unfortunately, as many of you will know, I've got to go very soon. But that's been quite a number of times, and it's nothing to him. But of course, the one time we mainly remember the school ringing up was the headmaster, who rang Elaine and said, we'd like you to come to school with your husband. Yes, what's that about? It's about elections. What about elections? Well, he's in school with a gun. He's got a gun. What do you mean he's got a gun? He's been found in school with a gun. What type
It
of
wasn't mine.
It's an air pistol, but we'd like you to come in. We don't allow any pupils to have guns in the school. So we had to go down. So if you think Nathan's bad, we had to go down to the school and exchange it for something else, haven't you? We had the headmaster.
Still owing money for that.
I think it was a crossbow exchange, but anyway. No, it wasn't. And of course, the headmaster wouldn't touch it, but it was on his desk. And he wouldn't, you take it away. So what are we going to do? Take it to the police station. He wouldn't touch it, so we have to take it away. So we have things like that. And of course, we've had complaints from neighbours. The major complaint from neighbours was about gobstoppers being fired at them from a roof light. He'd gone down to the village and purchased himself a heavy-duty caterpillar. Heavy-duty caterpillar.
It's similar.
A heavy-duty catapult and was firing gobstoppers. So we have had our moments. And of course there's a major drinking incident with Adam. Where you were down the Red Wreck apparently drinking something red out of a bottle. You're not remembering this.
No,
perhaps you don't remember it, no.
I remember it clearly.
The pair of them landed back at our house completely. How old were they? 15 something?
Not even that, I don't think.
Absolutely.
7.
Thank you for that.
That was your older brother. I got him.
You remember this, dear? You're Adam.
No, I remember the gobstoppers.
Yeah, no, you remember
The catapult was called the Black Widow.
It is.
was, yeah.
I had still have it confiscated in the cupboard.
Yeah, I'll come around and get it.
Have we got our own show here?
Sorry, carry on.
This is not a pantomime.
Oh, yes, it is.